is a G sus4, and it's intrinsic to this fantastic old split end song called History Never Repeats. That's our lesson for today. Download your chart, let's get started. It's pretty much 3 chords, but like all great split end songs, there's some interesting parts in it. The killer riff, the riff that goes over the chorus, is built over this G sus4 chord. Really, they only use the top 4 strings. So to get this sound, you're playing 5th fret D string, 5th fret G string, 3rd fret B string, and 3rd fret E string. And I'm playing those 2 notes with my first finger, and my 3rd finger and pinky is taking the D and G strings. With a pick or fingers, you play G string, top 2 strings, then D string, top 2 strings, just like that. If you wanted to be, a little bit more ambitious in the verses, to get that G bass that runs underneath it, you can get that bass happening. It sounds even fuller. To my mind, it's a little bit tricky and a little bit fiddly, so I tend to just do this. So it does that riff, 3 times. It goes, history never repeats, I tell myself. Then it goes a little run of 2 beats, so everything else is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So there's just one little bar of 2/4 in that chorus to kind of keep things neat. It's written on your chart. That's what it's all about. When we do that little run that comes down, and we land on an A there like that. So it's, when you land on the A, I've just put the A like it is on your chart, because if I tried to tab out all the rhythmic things, it's just 8 notes, 8th notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, right? So I've just put the letter A there for your chords, because you know what to do there. It's slightly muted, and I'm just doing really a power chord version of an A major chord there. First time through, it just does 2 bars of the A, goes back to the start of the chorus again. There's a light shining in the dark, leading me on towards a change of heart. Second time through, you do that number 2 bar ending. You hold the A for the first 2 beats of the bar, and then for the last 2 beats you're doing triplets like that. 5, 4, 3 on the A string, or D, C sharp, C. And then into the verse. Now the verses are again muted power chord type chords. A, E, G. Do the riff again. You can hear the bass doing slightly different things there sometimes, but really if you just go 5, 4, 3 down to the chords and do it in triplet form, 1, 2, 3. On the 4th time, get to an F chord. I find it more comfortable to do an F over C, but as long as you get that F and you hit the bottom string and then come back down through the top strings. Up to G, so slide that F up 2 frets. And then land on the C. I like to land on the C bar chord there because I'm already there. You could go back to the open C chord. I think it's a bit pretty to go back to the C chord there. So head on up to your bar chord, and that takes you into the chorus. So they're your verses and your choruses, and they're mapped out on your chart with a DS that sends you back to the Senyo, repeats that several times. When you get to the middle 8, another great section, we land on a D, and I have, again, simplified the strumming. I've just put 1 chord per bar, or 1 chord per minimum half bar where it's appropriate, instead of doing all the strumming. But I'm going to show you the strumming just briefly. The chords are this: D, you take a D shape and you use the open D string throughout this section. Take a D shape, move it up 2 frets, so that D is now an E, but it's still over a D bass note, so it's an E over D. Then we go up to an F, so you're just still sliding that D shape up to now it's sitting on the 5th fret, again with the D underneath it, so an F over D. And then right up to the 12th fret, which is a bit of a leap, but you get up there quickly, and it's alright, again still keeping that D string droning underneath it, so now that's a C over D. Now we're jumping down here to a G, which is a D shape on the 7th fret, and then up 2 frets to an A, all with that open D underneath. And I like, because I'm a finger strummer, I like to actually rest my thumb on the bottom 2 strings here so I don't risk strumming them accidentally. But it sounds like this. Second time through, it's really just a kind of it's a pinball wizardy sort of a affair here where you're strumming lots and you're kind of letting loose. Don't get too tense and tight with this strumming, but you want to be going. Don't worry about the strings sliding noise, because you'll hardly hear it in the song. Do that 2 times through, and then you land on a G and you hold that G, don't strum it again, you hold that G for 4 bars. 3.5 bars really, because you go, history never repeats, history never repeats. And then that last half a bar is you playing that little lead-in riff that gets you into another verse. Then into another chorus, and then the final thing we're doing is the outro, and that is exactly the same as the middle 8 section that I've just shown you, without the G at the end. But what we're doing is we're starting on G instead. So the chords are now G, A, B flat, then we run right up here to the 17th fret to do an F, and then back to the 12th fret, C and a D on the 14th fret. So, and we're not playing that D string, even though I was playing it then. We're not playing that D string underneath it, because now all those chords are moving over a G bass. So you can't play the G bass and do this at the same time, but this is what it sounds like without the bass. Just keeps doing that, repeating on and on and on until it fades out. That is History Never Repeats. Another great song from Split Enz. I love just about everything they've done. Thanks for watching. See you here next time.